live, but that's just too damn bad because I already pressed live, and I'm pretty sure the first word that YouTube heard was damn, so this isn't getting monetized. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen.
When is it ever monetized?
It's not really. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another one of these things, whatever we're calling them. Tonight we're hanging out with Matt Cavicious, who has so graciously lent me a whole fucking plethora of voices, but most recently Hornigold, and I don't remember if it was Salisbury or fucking Cecil. But it was one
Cecil.
of those two guys. Okay.
It was Cecil, and then I did Okan's Sergeant.
Oh yeah, no, you also did McLeod. Yeah.
I was supposed to do more voices in books 4, 5, and 6, but I had a lot of shit happen in my life.
Yeah, you also did a lot of voices in 4, 5, and 6 anyway. So I mean,
yeah, well, I did a lot of voices in books 1, 2, and 3, and then I was supposed to do more voices in book 4, 5, and 6, but
Well, normally what I do for you though is I give you 1 or 2 big dudes, and then like afterwards, when other people follow it, it's like, all right, buddy, go do your fucking Swiss Army knife bullshit, and get me this stuff, and then you just didn't for the other stuff, but we still got you for larger roles. I mean, like Hornigold was a pan fucking. He was in 2 friggin' books. McLeod was around for a bit. Cecil was around for a bit. They weren't like 1 chapter 1 off dudes.
Yeah, no, and I know that the one thing that you definitely appreciate is the fact that I do have that range with my voice, and I can do so much with that.
I kind of wish Chuck was here because we were talking about this the other day, and he was like, "So how did he get the voice for Cecil?" And I was like, "I think I just told him to do Gay Napa, and that's what came out." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, no, that works."
So no, what you had me do for Cecil was basically going back to book 1, ironically, was take the douchebag doctor that basically was that when Hank first woke up from his 2-year fucking coma. You said take that, but make him more of a prick.
Yeah, check that.
Yeah,
worked with that.
And I think it did. I think it came out pretty well.
Yeah.
Up until I had to shoot myself for the making him cry.
Yeah, that was a fun playing together fucking blooper thingamajig. But yeah, no, friggin' yeah. That, and I also really appreciated your Hornigold, who was also
dude.
I cannot use the words that were used to describe that guy's voice, because I don't want to get deplatformed. But it was a flamboyantly glorious.
Oh yeah, dude. No, and so I took very much liberties with what you said, how you wanted him. You said Jack Sparrow-esque. But from how he was described, I was like, okay, no, this dude is way more flamboyant. He's got somewhat of a French-ish accent. I didn't go full on
Creole-ish.
Creole. No, more like not so heavy on the Creole, but definitely country bumpkin that, played it up. And then he played it so long that even when he wasn't in character, it still was there-ish.
I don't know who I am anymore.
Basically. I don't know who I am anymore. Just sitting there.
Space piratery was fun. Friggin' the other night I was talking to Jennifer Cyphers, the woman who played Vickers for me, and fucking it was like, yeah, I kind of forget that like Vickers started off as like nobody's side character that like only lived because it's like I need one of you people to stay alive. You. And then it's like, next book, you're gonna get a couple of lines.
Spoilers. Spoilers.
Spoilers for what? 6 book 6 is out, man. Fucking.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, she became more of a thing in book 6 than.
Yeah. She was Thatch's first mate for the last half of it.
Yeah, because of
or a quarter of
it. Because of his.
It's a smooth bullshit. But yeah.
Yeah, give me 1 sec.
Yep. Anyway, while he's doing that, I would like to thank all of you fine people for listening to the Smokepit Fairytales audiobook novels, as they have been presented on YouTube and hanging out. If you looked at my page notice, you'll realize you will have seen that I completely nuked the page. Everything's gone, and starting Wednesday, we're starting over from scratch because I felt the need to reboot the channel. I am reworking the first book. I'm remastering completely. Well, the first one's a ground up reboot. Not reboot, remake. New narration, mostly new voice acting. I'm not playing the girls again, which is fun. But yeah, no, I think I got it down to where the only person I'm playing in the first book is Hank. I got good people to replace me. I got Travis coming back to play the Fonz because he played the Fonz in the second one. And then again got ladies to play the lady parts. And then I'm like animating it and stuff to see how that goes. Because originally I had a YouTube channel. It was a different one, it ended up getting nuked, but it was kind of animated because like how I've been doing it where it's like, hey, here's the title slates and then we're just going to do the audio over that. No, this time it's here's the audio, but like here's a film to go with it, so you got something to watch while it's on. And hopefully that's going to boot things up because views weren't all the way into the fucking shithole on this channel. So this is the reattempt at it. If it doesn't work, well, that's just too damn bad because we're going to keep pushing through this way anyway because I think this is the closest way to doing it that we're ever going to get a movie made from it. Figured I'd have to do that one my damn self. I don't know where the hell Matt went. I hope that he is all right. I really hate talking to myself alone on these, which is why I don't do videos or like lives by myself.
I'm back.
On that though, I am thinking about doing other videos on this, not just audiobook stuff, but like video essays, rants, that kind of fucking thing. So
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see where the future goes.
Yeah, no, sorry about that. Little man's TV timer went off, and he came and knocked on the door. So like I said, told you, I trusted him.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah, and now the cat is sleeping with me in his bed.
Good. Speaking of cats sleeping, I watched The Mask tonight. I haven't seen that in a hot minute.
Like Jim Carrey's The Mask?
Yeah, there wasn't a cat in it, and there wasn't a cat that slept, but there was a dog, and it was a small dog, so you could kind of say that was a cartoon.
It was a Jack Russell Terrier, though.
Yeah, that's effectively a cat.
No,
no, they're mean little bastards. They ain't. It's fun.
Well, I mean, the fact that they were bred to hunt rats.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, I mean, but the fact that
England
as a whole has
no, you're thinking of Yorkies.
No,
Yorkies were rat dogs for factories.
But Jack Russell Terriers were rat dogs for farms and houses.
Okay.
Because they can actually get into the burrows.
John.
Okay.
Out of the 6 books we've made into audiobooks so far, do I have a favorite so far? That is a really tough question. If we're talking about the first run through, it's probably Six Pistols and a Dagger. But out of the first 6 books, Six Pistols and a Dagger is my favorite of those books anyway, because everything in the first 6 is kind of leading up to that. And there's a big shift in the story, right? Because I'll go into what's leading up to that in a minute, but I kind of look at Smokepit Fairytales as like 2 different things, like maybe 3 different things. Like you have the first book, which could operate as a standalone. Here's a story about the Marine Corps book. But everything leads up to 6, like starting at the beginning of book 2, when Penelope tells Hank that she's pregnant and she's going to name the kid either Edward Thatch or Mary Reed, which were both Golden Age of sail pirates. And everything, kind of like leads up to that. There's a fuck ton of foreshadowing throughout those books up to what's going to happen in the 6th book. However, I also look at the series, and Matt's read the whole thing. I don't really think this story actually kicks off until the 7th book.
Oh no, I'll say it starts kicking off probably about halfway through book 5.
Yeah, but
personally,
I mean, I don't know. Like, I think you could treat the first 6 books as background lore. Like you would kind of need to know what was going on for most of the time, but I think in the 7th one's when it fucking shoots off.
Like 100%. Like if the series started off on book 7, it would still fucking work.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just then
you just have you'd just be wondering, why is Vickers and Tachenko these space fucking people here? Why have they led to this?
What the fuck happened? What is going on? Just like ironically, just like with the first trilogy of Star Wars, everyone's like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. Who the fuck are these Skywalker assholes?
Yeah, that is to say that I don't think that you could honestly start at book 7 and go from there, even though that's where I think it like really starts kicking off. You still need the first 6. However, I do think that you could start on book 10 and read that as a standalone novel.
Yeah, book 10 forward could be a 100%, and then it's
like
just
its own trilogy.
And then wait, why
like
is this
just have some Just have someone
What?
explain to you, like, in like, all right, hey, just for 2 minutes, explain to me what happened in the first 9 of these books. Okay, all right, cool. And then push from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely the sixth one. For a lot of reasons. One of them being just the sound design of the whole fucking thing. Like either like if they're on a ship, there's some fucking rattling in the background because they're complaining about the engines and the vents. So that's like a constant fucking thing. I love all the space sound effects. Excuse me. Really good fucking voice acting fucking cast in it. That from a production quality point of view, it's the sixth book. But I also like the sixth book because that's where it turns out that. Also, real quick, these books were up. We're spoiler fucking heavy up until the end of the sixth book, but then it's also that fucking kick in the dick at the end of it, where it's like, yeah, all right, so Stockton and Chuck, they're dead. Samoom got to live for a bit. Why? Okay, all right, I guess she got the easy way out. You fucking
She
prick.
100% got the fucking easy way out.
You killed Thatch. Holy fuck, Hank's back. So.
Oh yeah, no, like legitimately, like Trip will tell you, as soon as I finished book 6, the first words that I sent to him over message was, "You fucking asshole."
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm currently I'm actually fucking working on 3 audiobooks right now. I'm rebooting, or I'm remastering the first one, ground up rebuild. I am working on the 7th one. I've got 3 or 4 chapters up on Patreon for that, and then I'm working on another guy's audiobook, but he's paying me, so it's kind of taking precedence right now.
Yeah, and again, sorry, with all the shit I have going on, I have not done any. But
yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah,
but,
so there is good things coming.
Oh, yeah, but as a heads up, you will not be hearing my voice in book 7 because of shit I have going on. I apologize.
Well, there's still room for 8 and 9, but yeah, no, I'm really excited for people to fucking see what the new direction is like. I think I showed you a video.
Oh yeah,
a while ago, like after I made
yeah. You like we hopped on a Discord call and you showed it to me, and
and it's up.
It's up.
Well, it's up, but like only YouTube members can watch it until Wednesday, and then it'll be out.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what people think of that.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I do love a bit of the jankiness of the video.
I was watching it before I put it up, and I was like, "This is janky as shit." I kind of hate it, but at the same time, it's like I got monumentally better at this, like by 3 chapters in. So
although just as a heads up, though, you might want to be careful because of the new YouTube policy on AI shit.
We'll see.
Yeah,
maybe this ends up being a Spotify thing. Fuck it.
Who knows? But yeah, the fact that like if I was you, if they tried hitting it, like, hey, listen. I literally made this to go over the audiobook of the book that I fucking wrote. Like, I am the author, I'm the creator of the story. I'm using this to create this. I'm like, oh, but you're taking away from animated. I'm like, I'm not paying for live action people to do this until it's like, HBO or something.
I'm never gonna pay for live action people to do this. I don't have the fucking money. Like that, this would be a fucking $500 million fucking project. This series is 1 million words long, man. This is 12 fucking seasons of something. No, I'm never gonna have the money for that.
Okay, let's be honest. Books 1 through 3, maybe 4 could be a season each.
The first book could probably be 2 seasons.
Yeah, book 1
like
easily
the Iraq
seasons.
part, and then the after Iraq part.
Yeah. But then books 2 and 3, easily a season each. Although, I'm going to say this. They cannot be fucking 12 episode fucking seasons.
No, probably not. They're kind of short.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm saying, like, to get the proper fucking details and shit in it like that. Like, because, like, for your book series, like, I would say that they would have to be as true to the fucking source material as possible.
Well, I mean, see, that's a hard thing to do, though, because a lot of the books, or especially the first 3, are fucking like Hank's inner monologue. So are you going to have him like do the like 1930s gumshoe detective fucking thing where he's like kind of like narrating it as he goes, which I guess he could do. I haven't seen a movie like that in a minute.
Dude, honestly, done today, dude, like, I think that'd be pretty fucking cool because last time we had something like that was the original Punisher movie with fucking what's his face? I can't
Dolph
remember.
Lundgren.
Yeah, no, not with Dolph Lundgren.
Well, Dolph Lundgren was the original Punisher movie, so fucking. Which one are you talking about, buddy?
I'm talking about the one that came out that had Kevin Nash as the Russian.
The Thomas Jane one with
Yeah.
Who was fucking. Oh my god, I don't. John Travolta's name is not Alec Trevelyan, but like my brain was saying, just call him Alec Trevelyan. They'll know what you're talking about. I'm like, no. Alec Trevelyan and John Travolta are not the same guy. They don't play the same dudes.
Yeah.
It's Sean Bean, man.
Yeah, but the fact that they had his inner monologues in that fucking movie.
Yeah.
And it worked. Like, honestly, I preferred that. That was the first Punisher movie I saw. And then the second one was Warzone, which I was like, eh.
Well, Warzone's kind of but I think that
they got the gore right.
The actor that played him played the best Punisher. Fucking I don't know his real name. I just call him Titus Polo because that was his name in the Rome show.
Yeah. But honestly, like I from what I've seen, the Punisher TV series was
the best part of the Punisher TV series was season 2 of Daredevil, when he was like the bad guy, but once he got his own show, it's like, I'm gonna go punish some stuff by sitting around, and man, your kill count really just fucking dropped, didn't it? Huh?
Yeah. Until the present episode, and then
that was a good fight, but like it wasn't like he was doing that the whole fucking time, you know?
Yeah, where the Punisher is known for going in and taking out at least 50 fucking people per night.
Yeah. Although that's one of those things though, where like modern media is so fucking sanitized that like even the Punisher, right? He's this like vigilante. You're not supposed to root for him because he's doing all the bad stuff, but he's still killing people that you don't want on the street anyway.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. And the funny thing is that like the main thing is that they're trying to say, oh no, the Punisher is this and that, and he's taking out. And then ironically, when you look into it deeper, you're like, huh, ironically, he's also taking out the people who have politicians in their pockets.
Yeah.
Which is the big reason, ironically, in the comics, why S.H.I.E.L.D. does not like him.
No, that checks out. Also in the comics, though, he's kind of a fucking goon. Well, I don't want to say he's kind of a goon. He started off as pretty much a goon, because he started off as a Spider-Man villain, right?
It was either he started off as a Spider-Man villain or a Daredevil villain, and he was literally just an assassin. He was literally just an assassin sent to kill one of them. I can't remember what it was. It was either Spider-Man or Daredevil. It was one of the two.
I'm pretty sure it was Spider-Man, and then at the end he's like, "Wait a minute, I'm not a bad guy. I got tricked into trying to kill this kid." Meh.
Yeah, but it was just one of those things where like he just became popular from that one issue that he was in.
Yeah, although fucking Spider-Man used to do some really awesome stuff, both in the comics and the show. Like the original cartoon from the 90s.
Oh yeah.
No, that's not the original cartoon. There was a cartoon in the 60s or 70s. So the cartoon from the 90s.
So the cartoon that you're thinking of that originally had Spider-Man in it, it was Spider-Man and his amazing friends. Okay. It was him, the ice dude, and a chick who had fire powers. I can't remember her name.
Yeah, no, but like in the 90s cartoon, there's this episode that I still remember pretty vividly, and like Rhino, Kingpin, a bunch of other people got together, all the bad guys, right? We're gonna get together and we're gonna kill Spider-Man. So they all get together and they capture Spider-Man. They take his mask off. And they're like, Peter Parker, what are you doing here? He's like, Spider-Man made me dress up like this and sit me in here. Like, get out of here before you get hurt. He's like, oh, okay, guys. And then he like ran away.
Fucking yeah, no, dude. Honestly, going in with Spider-Man comics, there was that one author who self-inserted him into the comics just to cuck Spider-Man.
Yeah, that seems to have been a pretty heavy trend in the last 15 years.
But no, like he literally self-inserted him into the comics so that it was written that he got to fuck Mary Jane Watson.
Well, I mean, Mary Jane Watson's kind of a tramp anyway. Like, as long as it wasn't, oh god, I'm forgetting the blonde chick's name.
Black Cat, Felicia, or Gwen Stacy.
No, yeah, as long as it's not Gwen Stacy, I'm all right. Like, we all like,
Mary Jane.
We all like Mary Jane because she was, the hot redhead from the 90s cartoon, but like Gwen Stacy was like the actual fucking...
I'm sorry. I've always been a bigger fan that Black Cat should have been the one he ended up with, because
And you probably thought Batman should have been with Catwoman instead of Talia al Ghul, but you know, hey, here we are.
No. I've always been like, first off, I don't like Batman. I don't.
Okay.
Main reason is because his whole I don't kill, because if you kill
that's a post 90s thing. That's a real new fucking thing with him.
Yeah.
Like he was killing like fucking oh my god, who the Tim Burton ones. He was killing people left and right in those fucking movies, and he was kind of doing it in the comics up until
Silver Age.
Yeah. I don't know. I like Batman, but I like older Batman. Fucking, I haven't read anything in a decade, so I don't know.
Ironically, John Cena's Peacemaker kind of called out the whole thing about Batman. Basically, he's like, "Listen, do you not realize how many people Batman has inadvertently killed by not taking that fucking homicidal clown and putting him where he belongs, 6 feet fucking under?"
I can't speak to that because I didn't watch that because it looks stupid.
It's literally like it popped up as a fucking short on YouTube. But
okay.
But I mean, it makes sense. How many people has Batman inadvertently killed by not just icing Joker?
Yeah. Although my favorite thing that Batman has done in anything was, I think it was in Justice League. It might have been in the Superman cartoon, but Superman does his thing, does his X-ray vision. He's like Bruce Wayne, and Batman's like, yeah, and he fucks off, and the next day,
he has a date with Lois Lane.
Yeah, he's like, "What's up, buddy? How you doing?"
Oh yeah, dude. No, and then but yeah, no, like honestly, like, and then the whole thing behind that Batman's entire rogue gallery knows that he's Bruce Wayne, and they're like, "Listen, if you take out Bruce Wayne, all we're left with is the Bat, who has nothing to lose." Do you not understand that? Yes, we have to worry about Batman at night. Do you really want to make it to where Batman is on the streets 24/7? You?
There was a series of shit DC did called the Elseworlds, and it was like, this isn't canon. This is just us fucking around. And fuck, I gotta mention 3 of them. One of them was called Castle of the Bat, and it took place in like the late 1800s, early 1900s. And Bruce Wayne's not a kid; he's a medical student, and they go out. Parents get killed. Mom dies, but he Frankenstein's Thomas Wayne back together, and Thomas Wayne becomes like Frankenstein Batman. That was killer. The other one was called either Red Rain or Crimson Mist, but it was a trilogy. It was fucking sick. So it was the Dracula story. The first one was the Dracula story, except for he comes to Gotham in the 80s, I guess.
Yeah.
So Batman's trying to fight Dracula, and it's a lot different than Batman versus Dracula. But he's trying to fight Dracula, and at the end he kills Dracula, but he gets bit. And then in the second one, it's Batman's gotten bit by a vampire, but he hasn't drank human blood, so he's basically he's a blade.
So he's a Dampier.
Yeah. But so he's like, well, vampires aren't people, so I can chop them up with an axe, and there's no fucking problem with that. So Batman's going around chopping up vampires with an axe, and then at the end of
Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter style.
Kind of, yeah. But at the end of it, the Joker gets him to fucking bite him, right?
Oh god.
And so he does. So in the third one, Batman's full fucking feral, and Commissioner Gordon and Alfred have to kill him. And like that's the plot. Also, Catwoman's a werewolf, were-lion, were-panther, were something.
It's still lycanthrope style, because there's going into lycanthropy. It's fucking weird, especially with all the new shit that people have put out there. Because now it's not just a werewolf. Now you have the were-rat, the were-bear, the were-tiger, whatever.
But the other one though is it's not as good, but it is more entertaining, if that makes sense. And bear with me on this. Elmer Fudd is dating this woman.
Oh god.
Who is also dating Bruce Wayne.
Oh god.
And someone kills this woman and frames Bruce Wayne for it. So Elmer Fudd is trying to kill Bruce Wayne. So Batman gets involved, and he's like, "Hey, Elmer Fudd, why are you trying to kill Bruce Wayne?" He's like, "Oh, well, he killed my girlfriend." He's like, "Well, let's find out who actually did it. Let's go find Bruce Wayne," and then like kind of steers him into, solving the mystery.
It's just the fact if you go into like Golden / Silver Age comics and the fact that Superman had Toon Force.
Okay, I have a controversial opinion about fucking Superman. Superman's boring as shit.
Agreed.
And I fucking hate the entire franchise except for the Lois and Clark show because that was about Clark Kent, not Superman, and Clark Kent is an infinitely more fucking interesting character than Superman is. Also, that show did a lot of really fun stuff. Like, it was after Clark Kent and Lois Lane got married
and had kids.
No, they didn't have kids yet. In the show, but paparazzi took a picture of Lois Lane making up with Superman and made a big scandal on it because she's cheating on Clark Kent. And then like the whole arc was like, okay, I gotta no, I'm gonna stay. It was all a misunderstanding. My wife wouldn't do that. And then they gotta like prove that picture was photoshopped in the 90s before you knew what photoshopping was.
Yeah, no, you gotta love it. Also, like I thoroughly enjoyed the who's the guy that played the Superman in the TV series in the 90s? I can't remember his fucking name.
Dean Cain.
Yeah, Dean Cain. Dude, fantastic fucking actor. Yeah, dude, also he's also like the most down to earth guy from what I've heard.
Yeah. I've seen him on some podcasts and shit.
He was on Unsub on that. Like it's like he's a single dad also.
Okay.
Yeah. Fucking I was like, huh. But like one of those actors that just because of his political views just got screwed over by Hollywood.
It was funny because I remember on the Unsub fucking podcast, they were badgering about some like football movie he made when he was a teenager. And in it, like he was gay and had to make out with the dude. He was like, you ever think that getting into acting would have you make out with the dude? And he's like, I never thought they would pay me that much to make out with the dude.
I mean, that just goes to prove the point that every man has a price tag.
Well, Arlie Ermey pretty much said the same thing in was it Saving Silverman, where he made out with Jack Black at the end of it?
Oh,
he's like, did you ever think they'd have you do this? You're this big bad gunner. So he's like, I never thought they'd pay me that much. Okay, all right, cool.
Although to be fair, he was a Marine, and Marines have done a lot gayer stuff for.
You know, he probably had boot pants on. It was okay.
Yeah.
Which I was talking about this on another show. There's that show on Netflix now about these gay dudes in Marine Corps boot camp, and it's like, yeah, but they can only be gay for like 2 weeks, and they get their boot pants, and then like. Yeah. What's the show about then? Like, is there a rest of a plot there? I heard it's good, but I haven't watched it yet.
I don't know. I don't have a Netflix subscription, but going into that, like the funniest thing ever is how everyone's like, "Ha, gay Navy, you must be the gay guy, huh?" And then you talk to anybody who was actually in the service, and everybody's gonna be like, "Listen, yeah, we give the shit to the Navy about how that they're the gay branch when everybody knows the Marine Corps is the gay branch."
Well, historically, the Navy is the gay branch, and like that's not even an America thing. That's everyone going back since we figured out that wood floats.
Yeah.
Which is something I left out of Six Pistols and a Dagger because there was a lot of freaking gay pirates in the fucking.
No, you had that because you had O'Con. And Vic and Stockton.
She wasn't okay. First off, O'Con wasn't a pirate. Secondly, Stockton wasn't gay. She was. I think
equal opportunity lover.
Yeah. I think the kids would call her pansexual now, but I think that term's fucking stupid. Like, no, she just fucks. Yeah.
But so here's a question I've always asked everybody, and it's kind of a joke. And I was like, all right, when we do actually have space travel for the military, and we find sentient life, which branch is going to be the first one to have sex and impregnate alien life, and why is it the Marine Corps or the Navy?
You know, that's a funny thing though, because like it would depend on how shit goes. Because like in movies and stuff, and most fiction, you either have the Navy going to space, or you have a space Navy that's its own separate branch. But in reality, like the Space Force was a branch off of the Air Force. And I forget that we have a Space Force, so probably the Space Force.
Well, so here's what my thoughts on that whole process is that once we do actually get to the point where we're actually having to man vessels for shit like that, where it's like case in point, fucking Halo's UNSC style ships, right? Or Battlestar Galactica, whatever. It's going to have to be run like a Navy ship.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And
the other thing, though, is like, as much as I love the idea of the Space Marine, and like not necessarily like
40K.
how it is, yeah, not like that, but like Space Marine in general. So Aliens, what I'm writing, fucking Warhammer and shit.
Halo.
Yeah, Space Marines make exactly zero fucking sense to even fucking have, because all right, we're gonna go on to war on this planet. Cool. Why don't we just like blow up the other ships in space so they can't fucking land?
Yeah. Which ironically is a tactic in a lot of those.
Yeah. But that's not cool, so nobody writes about it. So like you have to have the Space Marine in fiction, because if you don't rule a cool shit at least this much, no one's gonna read it.
Well, you also got to remember in Warhammer, Halo.
Well, Warhammer's a tabletop game, so like it's not like
it's also got a lot of like deep lore books to it.
Right.
But what they have is basically orbital shock troopers, which
But if you wanted to make a fucking game that was like what that would realistically be like, it would be like World of Warships, but in space.
Yeah. But yeah, so like very rarely like Helldivers does it pretty accurately to how oh fuck.
Bless you.
Oh, thank you. To how they actually do it. Like they show exactly, like what's done in like 40K and Halo is they have, for the most part, they will orbitally drop folks in. Granted, in Halo, it's only the specialized ODST units.
Right.
But so they get dropped in with the drop pods. They finish their mission and then they get picked up by
which is just Starship Troopers the book.
Yeah. And then they get picked up by a vessel that can basically go from space down to the planet and then back up to space.
Except for in Starship Troopers the book, they were in Gundams.
Not quite Gundams, just mech suits.
Yeah, but the guy Tomino, the guy that wrote Gundam, cited Starship Troopers, so it's kind of like you're kind of modeling them off of what you thought was in that book, but you had to change it a little bit so they're toys, because like originally you wanted shit to be a lot different, but then the studio is like, we have to sell toys, you have to change this to that.
Yeah. And then he made the whiniest fucking main character in Amuro.
No, that honor would absolutely go to Evangelion.
Yeah.
At least Amuro A got in the robot and killed people. Like the reason that I'm not buying this, Matt, because the reason that like Amuro was like whiny was because he's a fucking 16-year-old kid that killed 75 people yesterday. He rates to have a little bit of PTSD, man.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. And then whatever his fucking name from Evangelion is like, I have to fight these giant monsters. Wah!
Yeah, and it's dumb because it's like, yeah, sure, you can say that, well, the giant robot he's in, the Ava is actually, his mom, and that other chick is a clone of his. He doesn't find that out till the end, so shut up.
Yeah, he's just a whiny brat, where anybody else would be like, no.
Which would be okay if there was a plot that was worth watching.
Yeah. But where everybody else would be like, no, just walk up, fucking snap his neck. I'm taking the suit. I'm going to go kill this thing, and then I'm going to have fun piloting a giant mech that also happens to turn out to be a weird hybrid between that dude's mom and one of these monsters at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm in a giant mech suit. I get a big fucking stick. I go bonk.
Yeah, and like fucking that's one of the other things. Like I have a lot of problems with Gundam Wing, but one of the issues I don't have with it is it's not a Shinji getting the fucking robot story. Like, yeah, they're child soldiers, but like they're also like space Taliban, and like they're on a fucking mission. They're not like, oh, I don't want to get in here. It's like, oh, bad guys to kill, except for the bad guys are actually the fucking good guys if you paid attention to the plot.
Yeah, they're actually the good guys and also child soldiers.
Yeah. Well, no, it's funny because like the bad guys in it, the Earth Sphere Alliance, at first, them and the Oz organization, it's like, oh yeah, they're the bad guys, and then like halfway through, it's like they're getting the colonies on their side by by agreeing with them and writing treaties and making deals. We can't let them do that. We have to stop them. Let's go be more space terrorists.
I'm still gonna say this.
I'm
still gonna say this. Heavy Arms is still the best Gundam.
Heavy Arms is the best Gundam in that timeline. If you don't want to get too deep into what timelines mean in Gundam,
no, trust me. I know about this. I still say Heavy Arms is still top tier.
It's the only one that fucking makes sense because, like, yeah, Death Scythe, that's cool. That's what. The reason it's cool is because it's a stealth thing, right? So sensors can't see it. It's like no one has a fucking law. Small, shoot it with a javelin, tow missile. Like,
yeah.
Do you guys not have A10s with Gao 8s? Like, man, you could like tin can this thing if you fucking wanted to.
No, a buddy of mine, him and I got into this argument about it. He goes, "Oh, but like the reason why Heavy Arms is outdated against all the newer stuff and everything like that is because of the energy shields." I'm like, listen, the energy shield, yes, may stop the bullet, like as a solid, but with how it, unless it like just disintegrates the matter, you still have a fast-moving, now liquid metal projectile that is going to eat away at what is there.
Yeah, no, and this is one of those things that I'm kind of excited for the Litany of Vice, which is my next book that's coming out at midnight in whatever time zone you're in is the best way I can describe that. But it's so you know how like in Smokepit Fairytales 2, it was like, all right, so there are mechs, but like we're getting the ground side of the story.
And they were a hybrid between, you had Germany with the Zaku's, you had Russia.
The Russians were mostly BattleTech shit.
No. America was the Robotech BattleTech kind of thing. They were
no, because like America just had the Daedalus, which is more or less a fucking Valkyrie, but like the Russian stuff, they had some jumpers, but most of them were like heavy tank fucking.
Yeah, well, so yeah, with that, I was gonna say that Russia basically had what was in line with the baseline mobile suits.
Yeah, but anyway, in the Litany of Vice, which takes place at the same time as Six Pistols and a Dagger, but somewhere else in the solar system, so it's not,
same universe, different story.
Same universe, different story. Yeah. The main pilot's a mech pilot, and the way it was like, all right, so the worst mobile suit here is a fucking tall geese, and we're gonna talk down this bitch. Also, the tall geese is a mass production model, not some super fucking weapon. Like the whole squad gets them.
Yeah, which and I think you and I've had this talk too. Is like between Gundam and Macross, I prefer Macross.
I do too. Although I specifically prefer Robotech, which almost kind of sort of isn't really the same show, just because of how they.
It is, but isn't like it's
right. But I watched Robotech on TV in the fucking early '90s, so like that already won. Sorry,
dude. You and I talked about this before. I remember in the '90s being able to go to fucking Big Lots and buying the fucking Robotech fucking dudes for like $1. No, they were 25 cents at the time.
Yeah,
and every time I'd go to Big Lots, I'd grab like 4 or 5 of them because, oh wow. I'm spending $2 and I'm getting these awesome transforming toys.
Yeah, no, but in this one, it's not just them, right? So, like, the main characters are Europans, from Jupiter. But they also face off against, the Russians on Venus, the Chinese on Saturn, and then like the Americans are there too with our shit. So it's a fun little. All right, what's everybody else doing in the solar system while someone else is being a pirate asshole over there?
Yeah, and all of a sudden, I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on in Jupiter right now? Like, what is actually going on the planet, in the planet itself right now, not on the moons? Huh?
Yeah. So it's fun. I'm excited for people to read it. Like that. It's like really my first push out away from Smokepit Fairytales. Like I had 13 short stories down, but that was really just about the dude that wrote 50 Shades of Dave writing short stories. Like it wasn't really its own fucking thing.
For those of you that don't know, 50 Shades of Dave is Tripp's knockoff of 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
That is also a werewolf thing. It's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I was making fun of that and Twilight at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this one's its like own independent fucking story. And I mean, it is in the Smokepit Fairytales universe just because, like, I think I've got it down to where, like, anything I ever do right, I can shoehorn into this somewhere, even if it's like one crossover character or like a mention of fucking something that happens.
Yeah.
Or like, hey, if I ever want to do like a regular drama or something, I could just make it in the 90s and pretend like it happened before the virus that showed up.
Yeah. And I'm super excited about the other stories that you have branching off from this main one. Although I do like how you ended the series.
Yeah, I don't. No spoilers on that because that's far off for.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into spoilers, and which compared to the first time we did one of these, it's a lot easier to not get into spoiler territory.
Yeah. No, what I will say though is that I would like to think that I wrapped up the entire series in a way to where like no one can be like, well, what happens next? It's like there ain't no next, buddy.
At least for these characters.
Yeah. I mean, there's still plenty of room for all kinds of shit in the weave.
But yeah.
Not there. Like kind of like what I'm doing now with the Litany of Ice, where it's adjacent, not within.
Yeah. It's nice though. Like aside from what I've had going on in personal life stuff that has prevented me from doing some of the voiceover work, I've had a blast doing this. And you know, again, I thank you for allowing me to do this. And like, you know, one of the things that I think I talked to you about this in private before is that, you know, like after I got out of the Navy, one of the things I was wanting to try to do was get into voice acting because, you know, I've had folks like they tell me like, dude, you can do some pretty decent fucking voices and you can change how your voice sounds fairly easily. Like I can't, like, especially when I got into playing Dungeons and Dragons, which is where I attribute the vast majority of me being able to do different voices.
Yeah, but every time you play Dungeons and Dragons, you end up being a fucking cloaca having fucking hobgoblin of a dragon man that just
gets, first of all,
graped by goblins the whole time.
Okay, first of all, that is the one and only time you've played Dungeons and Dragons with me. But it's not like I have like over the years I've played a bunch of different races and different characters in the game, and you know I do try to do a different voice every time I play a different character because I don't. Granted, yeah, I will like sometimes it's like nah, you know it's this voice is still gonna work for this character. Just play it differently, like different personality to it in a sense. And I think that's also one of the reasons why I've actually been able to get into characters in when I'm doing the voices for the book series is because I like the biggest thing I ask you is like, all right, tell me what the personality is like. It's something that you want it to sound similar to, and I try to, you know, get that into there whenever I'm doing the voices.
Yeah. Slight change of subject, but I have to bring this up. Speaking of playing different races, Twitter's got its panties in a twist right now because there was this woman who, for Halloween, went in blackface and did nothing but, you know, eat watermelon and fried chicken. Catch is, she's black.
Oh, that is hilarious.
And
that is even funnier.
Liberals are so pissed off about it. Like, you can't do that. It's like, okay, listen, Samantha, 50-year-old white chick, maybe don't tell a black chick she can't eat fried chicken, you fucking racist.
Yeah. And it's funny. And then the funniest thing ever is then you have a lot of the folks that are like the social justice warrior and stuff like that are moving over to that new Twitter alternative called Blue Sky.
Yeah, apparently that's a place that Jared from Subway would really enjoy.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Use a euphemism.
It is very full of degens.
Yeah. Who could have seen that coming? Oh, you're just doing Tumblr again. Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, hey. Oh, you're just doing Tumblr and DeviantArt again.
Dude,
just wrapped into one.
Pissed off about fucking DeviantArt because DeviantArt used to be a fucking awesome place for like.
Oh yeah, dude.
Listen, like this is just all our art and shit. Now it's nothing but AI porn.
Yeah, no, and even before then, it was also full of like furry porn and all this other stuff up until AI, and then AI just made it worse. But early 2000s though, like I'd say mid 2000s, like DeviantArt was the place to go for like finding cool folks that did like really good like anime or
and
stuff like
Instagram
that.
wasn't around for that shit yet, and there weren't Facebook pages about it. It was like that was where you had to go.
Yeah, but if you wanted to get like a cool background for your computer that you didn't want to fucking pay for, because that was back in the day when you had to pay for your art to have for your background on your monitor and everything like that. And remember when you used to have to pay to get like the different like backgrounds for your phone and everything like that? It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was a wild time, dude. I remember one fucking sending a text cost 50 cents.
Dude, oh my god, tell me about it. Or like when you had to talk to somebody on the phone, your parents would be like, do not talk to anybody on your phone until after 9 o'clock at night, because that's when the free time comes in.
Yeah.
Which
weird how shit's changed.
Yeah. Well, I think because they went away from minutes to using data, which is also a big reason why BlackBerry's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, you get on your fucking house Wi-Fi and don't fucking use it. Like, I use a service called Ting. They're my mobile provider, and it's pay as you go. And I live in a fucking blackout zone for fucking everybody. And I just use my Wi-Fi. My cell phone bill is $20 a month.
Yeah. Where I have Verizon and I'm paying like $115, but I have unlimited data.
Yeah, that's stupid. Get a new one. Like you could do this for $20, man.
But it was mainly for whenever I was, not at home.
Yeah.
And like whenever I was working for that company that I was at until I got laid off in July.
Well, you were at work, so you shouldn't have been on your phone.
No, I'm talking about like listening to the Smokepit Fairytale audiobooks while I'm at work.
Like you people should be doing.
Yeah, like you can like how many times would I listen to the video and then send you a message like, dude, I just finished listening to it. It came out fantastic. And then also like whenever we were doing the ship offloads, whenever I was driving a big 45-ton fucking dump truck.
Hey, why don't you stand by for 6 hours? Okay.
Yeah, basically. And I was, whenever I was finished up listening to the audiobooks, I'd throw on a podcast or something else. One of the things I got into was listening to the recaps of those manhwas, the Korean mangas.
Yeah.
I started listening to I'd find the ones that had, like from when it started to where it was currently at, especially if it had one. So the videos were like 20 something hours long. Shit. And I'd listen to those.
I don't know who has the fucking patience to fucking edit a 20-hour video.
A lot of them are they're having AI go through and read the whole thing.
Okay.
So, and then probably what they do is once the AI has gone through and read everything, and then while they're going through and editing in the different the panels, and they're probably they're listening to it to make sure that there's no fuck ups in it.
Something interesting about that, right? Someone recently said they read the first chapter or a couple chapters of Smokepit Fairytales. I'm like, yeah, this seems like it was made by AI. And my first thought was, you're a fucking idiot. My second one was like, AI can say the N-word now?
although to be fair, that doesn't get dropped until like chapter 21.
It depends on the fucking, I don't know. Whatever. I don't know what chapters they read. Probably still.
Yeah.
That book's fucking 10 years old. Fucking shut the fuck.
Yeah, before generative AI was really a fucking thing, or available to the public, I should say.
Yeah, no. I think that's also how we're gonna go down. Like everyone's worried about like a Matrix type situation or a Terminator type situation. But what happens when you can get like the animatronic fucking like skeletons you can get from Home Depot that just do this?
Yeah.
That you put in your front. What happens when you put Chat GPT into that thing's head and then you piss it off?
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I have been using like Gemini to help out with doing certain things for my schooling. Like,
I mean, there are certain things it's good for, because like, I have a computer problem. Do I go scroll Reddit for fucking 14 hours, or I just say, hey, how do I fix this? Click this button. Thank you.
But so my biggest issue is whenever I show it a question and it doesn't answer the fucking question that I just showed it. like it answers a completely different fucking question, and I'm like, listen here, you fucking clanker.
Mhm.
So my retort to that is like, yeah, if that happens, all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab my microwave, break the fucking window, turn it on, and aim it at it.
Yeah, like Lilo from fucking.
Yeah.
which going back to the clanker thing, I had a fucking thought when I was watching Clone Wars, because I didn't watch it until like 2 or 3 years ago. But it was very interesting. Where it's like, all right, so this whole Clone Wars thing, right? Like we got a bunch of robots fighting a bunch of clones. So
Are
no
you talking
one,
about the 2D or the 3D Clone Wars?
the 3D one.
I have not watched the 3D one. From what I've
Yeah,
seen,
this still applies to the 2D one or the fucking movies.
The 2D,
this idea
the 2D
applies
one
to
was
the Clone Wars as the conflict, not necessarily any of the fucking media. But you got robots fighting clones, so we can have fucking the casualties as high as we fucking want, because no one gives a shit if none of this shit comes home, because it's all fucking product. And
especially the fact that they were also like they were given a fucking serum that hastened their fucking aging. So
yeah,
technically all of the clones were child soldiers.
yeah. But what I did love about the show, The Clone Wars, was that the clones were like, no, we're people, and these are my brothers. And then like I think a lot of people fucking miss that about it, where there's this allegory there for, say, war in real life, where yeah, no, we're mad because, you know, we're, I don't know, bombing country X, or we're giving Israel money, or we're going to Iraq to get oil or whatever, but like no one actually cares about, you know, the guys with guns on the ground fucking dying about it.
Yeah. Until it's election season.
Oh yeah. Then all of a sudden fucking, oh well, you know, my cousin's best friend's uncle's former roommate is a 5-star sergeant in the Navy SEALs, and I really, we can't send him there to go do things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're like fucking excuse me? What about that nice big fat donation you just received from the people who have a vested interest in the raw materials that are in that area? Okay, this is going to be a hot take.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry if it gets the video flagged, but
all right.
I think that the vast majority of the problems in the entire world could be solved if we did just glass the entirety of the Middle East.
I don't think you'd have to go that far. I think you just have to stop trading with them. Cut them off.
Oh, and
like,
and when people
like no money, and none of you get to come over here.
Yeah, no, and when people think, oh, you're talking, I'm like, no, I'm talking about Israel, Syria, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, all of them.
Turkey, probably most of Greece. Might as well do Russia while we're at it.
Oh wait, we already have sanctions against Russia. Funny there. China.
Yeah, no, I'm on board with us going back to being fucking
secluded as a country.
Yeah. Because isolationist isn't the right word. Because we never actually have been isolationists. Like, the conflict on the Korean Peninsula in the 1950s was the third time we had a war there.
Yeah.
And 2 of them were in the 1800s. Like, we've always been fucking out there doing shit.
But yeah, we need to stop being the world police.
Yeah.
We need to quit paying for other countries' fucking defenses.
Mm-hmm.
Because they never pay us.
Yep.
Although, if we are going to be the world police, we should start charging a fucking fee everywhere that we have a fucking base.
And by invite only. But,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, but like, if they're like, oh, but no, we're allowing you to be here. Like, we don't have to be here.
Yeah.
And if then, if we had people in Congress and Senate and in the White House that had the fucking balls to say that, like, listen, we are either going to pull every single one of our fucking service members back to the United States unless you pay us a fee to keep our service members there and our military bases active there. Because we're no longer...
That's one of those things, though, where it's like, I would be surprised if there weren't some type of backdoor deals that were kind of doing that anyway, that just aren't made super... I don't even say aren't made public, but like aren't stated in such a way that people recognize that's what's happening.
Yeah. But honestly, though, like, could you imagine, though, like, if, like, it would be like, hey, yeah, no, because I forgot who I talked to, but apparently we have to pay the countries that we have military bases
on. Yeah. I mean, most of them anyway. You know, paying rent for the land we're using. However, say in Japan's situation, like we're getting Hinte in return, so kind of paying off. Because I mean, the other thing though is, like, you know, we got shit in Germany, and that's, you know, to keep Russia out of Europe, but we're getting Rammstein out of it, I guess.
And shitty beer.
Anybody that's watching this, that's an intentional shit take. Please clip it and take it out of context.
Especially the shitty beer, because half of Weizen is disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, be a man and make stout.
Yeah, that's really kind of a fucking Irish thing, because like the only two good stout beers I know are both fucking Irish. Guinness and Schmittix.
They're yeah. But also, like, we don't get like legit stout here in the US.
No, it's made a little bit different. Like, actually, most of the Guinness, most if not all of the Guinness that you've had in the United States was made in Baltimore.
Yeah, and one of the biggest issues is that it also doesn't have the iron content that it's supposed to have.
Yeah, because like Irish fucking Guinness, you can actually survive off of. You're not super healthy, but you can survive off of it.
Yeah, because it has the calories that you need. It also has the iron intake that you fucking need, as well as with that, there's actually like a bunch of the like nutrients that you fucking need in it. But you're not going to be healthy.
Yeah,
but you're not, gonna be fucking anemic. I mean, apparently one of the things that that's a routine treatment for kids over there that have iron deficiencies is like mix some Guinness into their fucking oatmeal in the morning. Like, legitimately, that's a treatment that the doctors give the parents. Like, mix some fucking Guinness in with their fucking oats in the morning. Have them do that for a bit. It'll help with the iron deficiency.
I'll have to ask my buddy Damien about that. See what he says.
Oh, because they've also got a soda over there that is like, it's called Iron, and it's a high iron content fucking soda.
I mean, that makes sense, because a lot of them are gingers, and gingers are naturally fucking iron deficient.
Yeah.
I said with no scientific backing or understanding of whether or not that statement was true, but I'm going to stick by it because I'm an American and I don't have to be right.
Because we have the big stick.
Yeah. No.
No.
One of my favorite things about Ireland is that they invented whiskey and then like didn't do anything the fuck else in the historic record for like a couple centuries. Like, nope, we're good.
Well, aside from they did that and also pissed off the British.
You know what's funny is they didn't actually piss off the British. The French pissed off the British, and the British couldn't slap the French back, so they slapped the Irish instead.
Although I think they probably got confused between the Irish and the Scots.
Ireland also invented the chocolate milk and the reflector gun sight. I did not know that. Huh. I do know that the reason that Scotland was in the UK was because they went bankrupt and had to form with England to not go into a fucking terrible depression. So at least the Irish had the fucking dignity of getting conquered before they joined England.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, Scotland was conquered and unconquered by the British quite a few times over the years.
I don't know if they ever actually got conquered by them, like conquered.
I mean, the whole thing with fucking William Wallace.
Yeah, they didn't get conquered during that, dude. Also, stop citing Braveheart.
Oh,
like, William Wallace like did his fucking thing, but like Robert the Bruce did most of that, and that movie made Robert the Bruce the bad guy. But like in real life, Robert the Bruce was Braveheart, or his name was Braveheart, and he was the one who fended him off. And the reason he's named Braveheart wasn't even because of that conflict; it was because afterwards he went on a crusade and died from, I think, tuberculosis, but I'm not sure. And
mesothelioma.
Something. And then when they burnt him, like his heart was calcified, which I think is a tuberculosis thing. I might be wrong on the disease, but he had some disease that, like, you know, however many centuries later, like, oh yeah, that only happens if you have this, probably tuberculosis. And when we burned your body, your heart was still fucking there.
Yeah. By the way,
I might actually, you know what? No, I might be thinking of Percy Shelley. With that bit of it, I think Robert the Bruce might have died, and they were taking his heart to the Holy Land, and somebody else took his heart on a crusade, and that's why he was Braveheart. Fuck, I don't know. I have to read that. Don't listen to me. I'm fucking way the fuck off right
now. Also, by the way, I just had to fucking plug up my nose because it blew my nose, and yay, started to fucking bleed.
Well, stop. It's gross. Get a tampon, shove it up there, and be a man about it. The man pond.
To be fair, it's a Chick-fil-A napkin, so you
know. Oh, okay, all right. So it's still chick shit.
Yeah.
My problem with Chick-fil-A though is like I only ever want it on Sundays, and it's like, bro, come
on, man. Honestly, if you want a really good like bread batter to use to make fried chicken, I have one that tastes exactly like what you'd get from a fucking fair. It has the same crunch to it. Mary Shelley's husband also had a calcified heart. She carried with her for like 30 years, and she lost her virginity on her mother's grave.
Yeah. So I was probably thinking of Percy Shelley. Yeah. Well, Mary Shelley also like I don't remember if her mom died young, and if I remember right, it was her mom died young, and she didn't know her mom, so she hung out at her gravesite a lot. Like nowadays, you'd be like, oh, weird goth chick, always hanging out in graveyards, but she was just trying to be close to her mom. But like never knew her, so she hung out at her grave a lot. So like naturally stuff happened, but it is kind of weird to lose your virginity with a spiritual threesome with your mother present. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do know that they hung out with Samuel Taylor Coleridge a lot, the guy that wrote Rime of the Ancient Mariner, and I want to say William Blake too, but I don't think that's right. It might have been Keats. Might have been Keats. I don't know. Speaking of those fuckers, though, and I'm going to wrap this back around to the old world writing community. You know how like everybody, especially in like heavy metal music, always likes to talk about Aleister Crowley as if he's like this, you know, oh man, this guy's like the original king wizard, like, you know, he's the original magic guy. Excuse me. So, he was in a organization or religion or whatever you want to fucking cult called the Order of the Golden Dawn. And everyone else in it thought that he was a fucking poser that was like ruining their cult. And I think it was Yeats that literally kicked him down a flight of stairs to get him out of the fucking club because he was such a fucking poser. So the original yeeting was Aleister Crowley getting yeeted down the stairs.
Nice.
But yeah, there's Keats, Yeats, and Yeats, and I am not read up enough on them to tell you which one was who. John Bouvet.
Yeah, no. I have not done a lot of like old world reading. I should, but
yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in there. Kind of. It really depends on your taste. Like say for example, I really love the stories of Frankenstein and Dracula, but I fucking hate the way the Victorians wrote fiction. Like I can't stand the fucking diction. A lot of the times I don't like the presentation because like Frankenstein and Dracula, the books were like found footage fucking type things before found footage was a thing. So it was all like letters and like journal entries and shit that got cobbled together to like, let's go find this monster or see what's going on with it. And I really fucking hate that. But I also like love the story so much. It's like, fine, I'll deal with it while I'm reading it.
Yeah. All right. Here's a question for you.
What's up?
If you could go back in time and slap one historically famous author, who would it be and why?
It would be Mary Shelley on the ass, and then immediately afterwards, like, and then fuck off.
So, I know you know what I meant by that, and you went your own route with it, and that's hilarious. but now, like, in all honesty, though, like smack them because you think they're such a piece of shit.
Probably Voltaire, not Voltaire. Yeah, probably Voltaire. Mostly because he's French.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Hemingway. Yeah, but see, the thing about Ernest Hemingway, though, is like he went out the Hemingway, and I'm really upset that like putting a shotgun in your mouth is not called going out the Hemingway.
It is now the Cobain.
Yeah. Although Hemingway did like fucking, while that guy was a fucking asshole, Picasso was a fucking cunt too.
Oh, yeah. Although here's the thing,
at least Hemingway had the fucking decency to like, I want to write about this war. I'm gonna go fight in this war about it, or at least be on the front line during this war about it. Because like
become a warlord.
He didn't like fight in World War I, but he was a fucking he was a medic, like doing ambulance shit in the trenches. So it's kind of like, well, all right, fine. That counts.
And then led a band of militia, became a fucking warlord. Tried no, during it was either World War, I think it was during World War I, got tried for crimes against humanity, or basically going against the Geneva Convention.
I don't think the Geneva Convention was around back then, dude.
No, I think he was brought up on war crimes.
I mean, he had war crimes before that, but like, I don't think it was a Geneva Convention, man. Yeah, Spanish Civil War. Yeah.
And then for a while, I think he was in the Gulf of Mexico hunting fucking German U-boats with a box of grenades in a fucking 1911.
Fucking, I'm gonna take back anything anybody's ever gonna say about, if that's accurate. It's like, well, that guy's man card is thicker than mine is. You're hunting U-boats with hand grenades in a 1911. Like, the fuck are you doing, man? You know what? You got balls. I'm not. All of your other flaws. You know what? I have no room to talk shit. Have fun.
Got married and divorced like 5 fucking times. Was sent to psychiatric ward I don't know how many fucking times, and received many doses of electroshock therapy until finally near the end, where his brain was so rattled by fucking years of fucking drug abuse, PTSD, and God knows what else, that he decided to took his family's heirloom fucking shotgun, stuck both barrels in his mouth, and pulled the fucking trigger.
Dude, fucking Matt, you're way off. He wasn't doing it with a 1911. He was doing it with a fucking Tommy gun.
Even better. Better.
No, sorry, man. Like I can't talk shit against the guy. Like, fucking the only thing that would like make me do anything about this will be if there's an Epstein type fucking situation. But Epstein wasn't around yet. Either was Mossad, but that they're not connected. I promise. Sorry, man.
I mean,
no.
Like now you want to go back and shake his fucking hand.
Or at least get drunk on his yacht and shoot fucking 45 ACP at fucking U-boats. That's fucking hardcore, dude. Shit. I didn't know that. That's fun, though.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he was legitimately brought up on fucking war crimes after becoming a fucking warlord to a band of militia.
Nice. Yeah, like I knew that he did the fucking Spanish Civil War stuff. I didn't know he was.
Yeah, no. If you want a fast and dirty, the life and times of Hemingway, Randy Feltface, the purple puppet dude from fucking Australia, did it's like 3 minutes, like very fucking fast and dirty breakdown.
Huh. Okay. Also, that yacht is in Havana, still preserved. There's a sister ship and a Bass Pro Shop.
It's probably the one in Tennessee.
You know what's funny? I saw this fucking great meme after fucking I think it was the Illinois National Guard went to fucking Memphis to like guard ship for riots, And the first one was, I think it was Syrian mercenaries hanging out at the fucking pyramids in Memphis in ancient Egypt. And it's like, I was born in blah, 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 whatever, BC. I'm a foreign, or I am an out-of-state soldier of fortune guarding the pyramids in Memphis. And then it was a picture of the fucking National Guard in Memphis, Tennessee, outside the Bass Pro Shop. It's like, exact same caption. It's like, nice.
Except for at least at the one in Memphis, here in Memphis, Tennessee, you can go in and get some fucking cinnamon roasted nuts.
You could probably get cinnamon roasted nuts in fucking Egypt, just not bacon. Bacon.
Oh, tell you what, one thing that is making me happy is that it's finally come out that Egypt is a shithole fucking country, and you should not go visit there, like, at all.
Anyone with half of a brain would tell you not to go to that fucking area of the world. But
well, it is now finally becoming more mainstream. Like, more and more people that have gone to fucking Egypt have been coming out and speaking out against it, and they're like, yeah, they don't treat tourists nicely. Like,
no.
They will they mistreat tourists coming in so badly for basically the vast majority of their fucking income coming from tourism.
Yeah, you think you're more on board with that, because like if you go to like touristy places here, like say, I don't know, St. Augustine, Florida, right? Or fucking the nice parts of Orlando or wherever Disneyland is in fucking California. Yeah. Or fucking San Antonio. You go to the fucking
they are Alamo. Very nice to the fucking the tourists.
It's like, hey buddy, what's up? How you doing? Fucking I understand you want some stuff. I'm gonna get you some stuff, and you're just gonna so happen to tip me very well. And yeah, no, I don't understand why you wouldn't like fucking tourists.
Yeah.
Especially if that's your economy.
Yeah, especially if it's the economy. Unless you're dealing with tourists from China that have been routinely known to basically destroy everything that they do. Perfect example is the can't remember what the name of the town / city in Japan is, but it's the one that was famous for having like the geisha walks and everything like that. They do not have a lot of tourists there anymore. Huh. Because of how bad it got because of the Chinese tourists coming over. Like apparently they went over, they destroyed one of the shrines over there.
Huh.
And it's bad. Like you know how I never got to go to Japan because it wasn't on the docket for the ship and everything like that. But from what I heard, like beforehand, they were starting to like hamper down on only Japanese allowed in certain establishments and everything like that. They were starting to open up more and more to mainly American tourists.
Yeah. But
then because of Chinese tourists, they slammed down on it even harder. Like, yeah, no, hey, like more and more places were like, hey, no, if you're not Japanese, you can't come in.
Huh. So no gaijin. Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, I spent some time in Oki, but I don't really consider that Japan. Like it's Japan. I mean, technically, but it's a different fucking people.
Oh yeah, because they're also surrounded by Americans constantly because of
well that and like Okinawans aren't Japanese, so
yeah. Although to be fair, at the same time they have to deal with the dumbass Marines that go there and case in point.
No, but it's kind of like saying Okinawa is Japan is kind of like saying fucking Jacksonville, North Carolina is New York, because you kind of look the same, you speak the same language ish. You kind of have the same culture. It's like, yeah, no.
But while I was in like Okinawa, the base shut down, like people leaving base, and like the folks who lived off base had to come back, and like it was because I think it seemed like every time that they loosened up and started letting people go out again like that, it took like a week before someone did fucking something stupid over there. I think the biggest one was the Marine that murdered his cab driver.
Heard that one.
And they were on lockdown for like 8 months.
Yeah.
Because like the biggest thing is like they kept telling them, do not piss off the locals. You're going anything you do there that you get in trouble out in town is an international fucking incident.
Yeah.
And the vast majority of the time, what they would get in trouble for, drinking and driving or getting into a fight. I think
which those are national pastimes, so like,
yeah. But then I think one of the biggest issues that they had were sexual assaults.
Yeah, that was a big one too. And it was funny because like a lot of those didn't even happen by guys that were stationed there. It was like guys on like layovers.
Yeah.
Or like guys that were there fucking like TAD or some shit. And it's like, well, why are we ruining this why are we putting everybody on lockdown for something that that's not even like stationed here is doing? But
well, it's literally because apparently it's like one of the things that they have with the local government. It was like, listen, if there's like they're like they're like, listen, if there's ever an incident, you guys need to fucking crack down on that and everything like that. But the funny thing is that like the guys that were TAD, they would do it their last fucking day there, and then they'd be back stateside the very next fucking day.
Yeah, so they'd get for it.
They'd get in trouble stateside, but
yeah, like none of the actual bitch.
Yeah, but then everybody else there would have to suffer for that jackass's fucking decisions. And the one that I heard that hit the ones the hardest were the folks that basically moved their entire lives over there. They're like, hey, I'm actually gonna fucking stay here after I get out. Married a fucking local, had a house nowhere near, like not on base. No, they apparently they were like an hour drive from fucking base, but apparently an hour drive there is not that fucking bad. But still, like they had nice houses, families, and everything like that. And then like, hey, some jackass fucking fucked it up for me. I'm gonna be stuck on base for a while.
Yeah, that's the bitch of it. But anyway, I know that you were talking about bouncing out a little bit later, so I think we're gonna start wrapping this up.
Yeah. Well, I don't know who all is watching. I can't see.
Mostly. I mean, I don't have actual fucking stats, but yeah, mostly Johnny over here.
Oh, hey, Dom.
Oh, Dom showed up. Fuck yeah. So
near the end.
Thanks for checking in, Dom. Fucking. Hey man, happy fucking Sunday. Sorry you pulled in right when we're pulling out, but
yeah, it happens.
Yeah, you guys have a good one. Fucking thank you everybody for listening to Smokepit Fairytales fucking audiobooks. Matt, you got anything before we bounce?
Love what you have because you don't know if you're gonna lose it the next day.
That is advice you should take to heart. But yeah. Anyway, Dom, welcome back to reality. And everybody else, y'all have a good one. Adios.